Yo.
Yo, what's up?
What up?
We got our buddy with us today, Tom.
Tom.
What's up, Tom?
How's it going, guys?
It's not Polish today. It's English.
Not yet. It could turn Polish quickly.
Depends what's in our cups.
That's a very true statement. You don't know what we have in this cup, right? Nobody knows. Only we know.
If you watch like the first 2 episodes, you'll know. Because that was before we started pouring them in cups. But,
100%. That was funny though, because we're like, I don't think it makes a difference. I think it does.
Yeah.
I think it does make a difference when.
Did you get in trouble for that?
No, we didn't get in trouble.
I had some videos removed. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
But it was more of because we had beers, right? So, it was more of when the video would show you drinking it. If you had it out, it wasn't a big deal. But it was when you were drinking it. But I think it was specifically TikTok that.
Until somebody, a beer company sponsors us, so we can, advertise their beer.
Stella, I'm still waiting.
Waiting
on a
we're
call.
waiting on Stella for them to reach out to us. I mean, you know what? At this point, I even take Modelo, bro. It's fine.
What do you think? Can you still drink, or is
You know what?
showcase it?
Exactly. We'll definitely do this is what we're drinking.
Yeah.
And we enjoy it very, very much.
It's just in this cup.
Yeah, 100%. And then, in terms of, maybe if we start doing more Polish podcasts, then maybe we'll get like Cios to jump on here or something.
Please,
Tyskiet?
is.
Or Kochim. I mean, listen,
Okay.
I don't care which one they bring.
Beer's pretty. I'm just not a big fan of Cios. Unless it comes out of a keg. If it's out of a keg, it's better. But out of a bottle or a can, it's just it's too sweet for me. There's
what,
like a sweet
Cios?
flavor. Yeah, there's like a
I thought it
sweetness
was
to
tart
it.
as hell, bro.
I don't know.
For me, hot and I just get real tart.
No, Hanash is tart for sure.
Yeah.
But we should leave this for the Polish podcast. because we're doing everything we can to keep it going.
Well, in the past 7 days, we started trending a little bit more. So for those people that are tuning in for the first time, or maybe watching it from the beginning for the first time, thank you, and don't forget to like and subscribe. To our channel.
Help us grow our channel. The more subscribers we get, the better.
Follow on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, so we can make more of these, and comment if you want us to talk about something specific.
Just FYI, we're not making money doing this. We're actually losing money, especially on days like today.
Yeah.
Today's a regular Thursday, unless you're in a crypto market.
Yeah.
Then it's not a regular Thursday. Then it's a blood Thursday.
Yeah.
I just put a sticker on here thinking, oh, look, Bitcoin.
It's bad luck, dude. It's bad luck,
Tomorrow
dude.
you'll be happy again.
Yeah, right. I thought I was going to be happy the last couple of days. It's been a couple of days of just dread.
Tomorrow he's just gonna be not as sad.
We'll see what tomorrow brings. That's what I said the day before that, and the day before that, and the day before that one. So if you're, if you're interested in Bitcoin, let's just start with that. If you're interested in Bitcoin, now is probably a good time to maybe jump in, just to put a little bit of money in there. You never know.
What's it at right now?
It's terrible. This is where it's
The
at.
60s?
Paul can tell you what it was 16 minutes ago exact.
It was 64,200. It was 64,200 about 15 minutes ago. What it's at now, I don't know. But today we had a wick.
Ouch.
Today we started off 24 hours ago. We started off Bitcoin at 73,000, and that 24-hour period ended at 60.
Yeah.
So not great. Not 60. It was 62. So not great. Not great. In general, I think the entire investment outlook right now looks pretty bad. Stock market is dropping a bit. Crypto's getting smacked. Commodities, of all things, you would think they would be holding up pretty well.
They're also dropping.
Man, has it been a strange last couple of weeks, last 2-3 weeks? It seems almost like, and this is kind of a conspiracy theory, depending on who looks at what and who hears what, but ever since Trump was supposed to bomb Iran along with his buddies, and then he last minute pulled the plug on that whole ordeal about bombing Iran, stuff went south.
And you had bad luck in commodities. My last couple weeks, commodities been great.
What kind of commodities are you talking about?
Steel.
Steel. But it seems like a lot of things happened last. We had the last 3 weeks ago we were supposed to bomb Iran. We didn't. So now we have financial meltdown. Now we have
Epstein files released.
Now we're having all kinds of weird things happening in the last couple. It almost seems like it's planned in a way. It seems like somebody's pushing some buttons. Does it sound like maybe blackmail?
Or maybe somebody's pushing buttons and somebody else is trying to mitigate the
I don't know
what's going on,
I don't know, but in terms of, like I said, I can talk about it for a minute. In terms of the crypto landscape, Bitcoin wise, it seems like there's something happening there where it's just people are the best case I've heard, the the most, I guess, thoughtful analysis is that, and this is probably 100% true, people over leveraged. People spent, people bet on things to, go up or go down, whatever it may be, right? Because you can leverage up and down. It seems like not only people, but even institutions, maybe even certain companies over leveraged. They basically what it is, they borrowed against, an asset they had, and the asset began to drop. So they had to sell their other assets to make up for the loss so they don't get liquidated. And so it's like a cascading effect where it just, in order to stay afloat, you have to sell another thing, you have to sell another thing, you have to sell another thing.
Right.
And you think about it, let's just say it starts with one big player. Let's just say, in an example, a bank is, bought a let's just say a commodity for an example. A bank bought a commodity, right? And they were leveraging it. They were like, oh, it's going to go down. Well, instead of going down, it went up.
Yeah.
Somebody, either A, got the news, or B, it's just the way the market played out. Somebody may start betting against that bet, so it made the price go up. Well, when the price goes up...
Artificially.
No, not artificially.
Not artificially, naturally, right? But when the price goes up, and those people who bought that, they said they're going to go down, they have to start putting assets into that loss to make sure they don't get liquidated, basically zeroed out. So they're going to start selling other stuff, right?
Yeah, if it's a bank, they're selling their loans.
I'm just talking about a bank in general, but it could be anybody. It could be a person. It could be.
But I'm saying, for example, they'd start selling their loans, or they'll start selling whatever they're holding,
other assets, stocks,
like
whatever
that.
it is, right? Bonds, whatever it could be, and that just what happens then is just that cascade triggers liquidations, which then liquidates other people who then have to sell their assets, and it becomes a death spiral.
Yeah.
Basically, everybody is selling assets and selling whatever they're holding to make sure they don't get liquidated. Now, this can get really, really ugly, because how many people are invested in either the stock market or maybe crypto? Not as much as people, but still invested in crypto, stocks, commodities, whatever, right? Dude, this can literally trigger like a major crash until the leverage is cleared out. At which point, a lot of people are gonna be broke. A lot of people, whoever they are, whoever that thing is,
or people will be out of business or whatever. Yeah,
I mean, that's not only business; it's just their money, right?
Yeah.
So it can get pretty bad, and that's what it seems like it's happening. Like somebody right now is underwater and is just liquidating assets because, like I said, commodities. Gold was $5,600 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that tanked real quick.
You know what it's at today? $4,600. $1,000.
What's silver right now?
Gold never makes moves that large. Never, ever.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at the whole silver thing. Last couple weeks, silver was
$116 about.
It was
2
going
weeks
up
ago.
like crazy.
You know what it is today, right now?
No.
$70.
What was
Actually,
it? What was the price?
$60-something bucks just
What was
recently.
the price before it started spiking?
I mean, silver was usually trending around like $40, $30, $40. And then, I mean, just pull up the chart for silver. Just pull it up right now if you can.
Well, I think it's the whole thing of price start going up. What's everyone do? Sell. I think
do people buy because they're going to keep going?
If they kept buying, the price would have kept climbing. I think if people started cashing out because they saw how high it was, cashed out.
Well, some people definitely did,
now
right?
you just flooded the market. And what's the way you do when you flood the market? Price tanks.
The first thing you got to understand is what we trade on the stock market is paper, right? It's not the actual physical metal. Like right now, paper, what's it at right now? $69.62 right now is what silver's at. It was at, what was the top?
What day is that when it tanked like that?
So it was at 115.
150, so about $115, $116 in January 26th.
Dropped to 105. So here, 114 January 29th.
And then boom, next
2 days. No,
2 days.
The next day. It dropped significantly.
How much did it drop from? From 100?
115 to 71.
114 to 70.
That's $40-something. That never happens.
Yeah.
You don't have, I think that day, January 29th, I'm pretty sure it was the largest liquidation in the history of the world, in all markets.
So
commodities.
So what happened that day?
Who knows? Who really knows what happened? Again,
someone got rich, someone got poor.
Here you go.
As I was, look at that.
Thursday, January 29th, 5,300.
So you better hope those gold miners sold at that
It dropped to the next day to 47.45.
That's $600 swing.
Yeah, and then the following day to 46.
But it kind of climbed back up. Instead is.
It's at 49. Yeah, but right now I think it's at 46, if I'm not mistaken. Like today.
Yeah, but
This is Wednesday,
do
right?
a
This is Wednesday.
6 month because the price of gold had been climbing like crazy last couple. 6 months on it. Look
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah,
It's a
months ago,
steady,
we're at 30.
steady trend. Yeah.
it was pretty
You're
steady.
You're up almost $1,500 in 6 months.
Yeah.
I mean, if you bought at that
Shit.
time, you're still up. You're up a lot of money, right?
Yes.
But again, this is all paper. Basically saying, look up the, since Mars is the tech genius here. Look up the price of silver right now in Shanghai. Look up physical price of silver currently in Shanghai. Price of silver in Shanghai today. SMM price list. Go to silver. Now, what does it say? Oh, this is going to be in Chinese, though. Damn it.
It's in an auto. Oh,
It's in yen versus
Silver's
kilograms.
In kilograms.
25,000.
Can you? Is there a way to change it to American dollars? Go to markets. I don't know if it's gonna give us the American.
Exchange rate. Well, if you want to do math, I guess.
Well, nice if this drop down worked properly.
Let's see.
Well, you got, but it's per kilogram. You got to figure
Yeah.
out.
Well, obviously, in America we trade by ounces.
I mean, can you show just the actual up and down instead of to see how much is swung in the last month?
Well, my point being is that the price on the price. I guess look up. I guess one more time since we're here already. Look up cost of physical silver in Shanghai in USD.
Did it go up or down?
It's up. It's been up.
So is that using the excuse of, well, indeed, it's needed for these AI centers and all the technology? I'm like,
Look,
$124 an ounce.
between $100 and $124 per ounce. Now, I'm not sure what the price is today because that's what we're trying to figure out. But it's, I don't know, maybe Grok would be better at doing that. But basically, there's a huge difference between the price of paper silver and the price of physical silver. There's a huge spread. So
Is it the same thing with gold?
same thing with gold. It's not that big of a premium. It's not that big of a gap.
Yeah.
Right? But silver, huge gap. I'm pretty sure silver right now is still over $100 in Shanghai, and that's physical silver. So America trades paper contracts. Basically, it's this is what it's worth according to paper.
It's your certificate of owning gold.
Yeah. But you don't actually hold it in hand, right? So somebody's playing the market. I mean, someone has been playing the market the last couple of weeks because from $116 to $69 today, I mean, you're talking almost half price.
Yeah.
Maybe not half price, but 40%, something like that. And that doesn't happen. That doesn't just happen just naturally.
Well, it's also across the board, right? Everywhere.
Everywhere,
It's
yeah.
everything, right?
So holding the actual physical, metal is a lot better than holding paper contracts.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
Hey, you know what they say? They make when something's big happening, they make something else to like kind of distract you.
So back to my point that I was saying earlier about blackmail between let's say Trump and some other entity, whoever that could be. I'm not gonna say who.
Okay, keep
does it have
going.
a little hat.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. It could be. Who knows, right?
Who put that in your mind?
Yeah. Who put that in your mind? Yeah.
The news.
But the news. I don't know if the news are going to be telling you that.
Yeah.
I think that's just independent thinkers are going to be saying that kind of stuff. But basically, it almost sounds like there's someone's like crashing the market on purpose, crashing commodities on purpose, crashing crypto on purpose because somebody needs something done, and they got to prove a point.
Yeah.
Hey, we own you. You better do what I want or else. And I'm not saying this specifically to Trump or whatever, but somebody out there, right?
Yeah, right.
So I don't know. I mean, that's it's a theory, conspiracy theory, whatever you want to call it. But it just seems like it's just well too organized right now to really crash everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't also help that we had earnings for like tech and everything, and they all beat earnings, but they didn't beat them as much as everybody else wanted them to beat them.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially with this whole AI influx and stuff
the
like
AI
that.
influx and everything, it's pretty crazy. Everybody's building data centers and investing into AI and stuff like that.
You guys buying a new robot or
What?
Elon Musk's new robot?
He's getting rid of the Model S and the Model X factories
Yeah,
and building.
correct.
He's working more on the robots.
Yeah,
Optimus,
Elon
what
Musk
is
is he's got to be an alien.
Well,
But
his valuation is $1.25 was it trillion now?
Yeah, no, it was 850 billion.
Yeah,
I
but when you
thought.
combine Tesla and the SpaceX,
Ah,
Bro,
see, I was right.
They want to go.
trillion.
They want to do an IPO for SpaceX and XAI and something else. I think, and they're talking like a valuation of like 1.3, 1.5 trillion dollars.
Yeah, that's what. That's what.
So
you
now
just
think
said.
about it. And here's another good question: Are they getting in right now, making an IPO to bring in investors and be like, hey, everybody jump in and we're gonna go sky high and then crash the fucking market?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that possible? It's very possible.
It's above my pay grade.
You know,
I just fixed computers, bro.
I kind of just
I
remotely
look at the
pay
market
attention
top.
to what's going on. It's kind of I wait until everything the dust settles before.
yeah, but
would you
when
guys-
does the dust settle? Especially if you're invested. Oh, here's another thing. All right, let's just say you say that. Then when the dust settles, are you gonna buy? Or are you gonna be like, oh man, this is gonna go lower? Oh, this isn't worth it. That's like people laugh at crypto people who buy like Bitcoin. They laugh all the time. They're like, oh, I'm not buying this shit at 110 grand. And then oh no, at 110 grand, they're like, man, I wish I would have bought.
Yeah.
And I would have been rich right now, right?
Yeah, I was.
And then it goes down to 60 grand, and people are like, I ain't buying this shit. Why would I buy this?
I
This is stupid.
remember was it $1,000 or under $1,000? I was kind of back in like high school, early college years. Like I kind of knew about it, but I didn't want to. I didn't have any money. All my damn money kept going to the car, so I just kept putting it into go
It was a
track
terrible
racing.
investment, wasn't
I
it?
know. Who was this?
Well,
though?
that's the thing. How would you know? Right?
What that
You had a
that
great
race
time
car
with
is
your
a
car?
terrible
Yeah,
investment.
but if I'd invested a couple $1,000s, I'd have been well off.
If
Really
we all
well off,
invested
you know?
a couple $1,000s, back
If I bought a house for 30 grand when I was
1970, I
was 5, I would have been rich right now.
yeah, well, you would have equity, right? But I mean, that's the thing is like you cannot time the market
Yeah.
ever. It just doesn't work that way unless you have
Some people can.
Or you just got lucky.
unless you get either lucky or you have some some
You're like a
some
quant.
talent of some sort. I don't even know what the hell a quant is, but if you have a talent of some sort or you know something that somebody else doesn't know, maybe you'll jump in, right? But it's time in the market, not timing the market.
Yeah.
That's what it is. At the end of the day.
It's all a risk.
I read a book. I read a book called The Quants.
Tell me about it.
I read a book called The Quants, and I definitely recommend it. It was about the major traders for stocks and stuff like that, and it was talking about how when the market crashed, well, when was it? Early 2000s, whatever.
.com bubble.
Yeah,
In the 2000s, yeah.
And it was like how each one reacted and what they did and what happened to them, and like half of them got liquidated.
More
right?
than half. I'm pretty
well,
sure
these are the top.
Yeah.
These were like the
No,
the-
even them
these
got
were like the
liquidated.
top 5 companies, and then they just went to one. They're like, to this day, nobody knows how they made it, but they made their biggest earnings ever during that time. And he's like, and everybody signs an NDA that when they leave that company, they can't talk about it at all. And he's like, and most people age about double the speeds after like when they're working there. So
Not
he's like, by
surprising.
the time they
Stresses
leave,
you
by the time they leave,
Yeah.
they get going at 30. By the time they're 50 and they leave, their bodies like are in the physical condition of a 7-year-old.
Listen, being an investor, bro, is
Yeah.
a roller coaster.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
you can't look at it all the time, even though I do all the time. But
Shit, being a
First of all, I gotta
business
stop
owner's
doing
roller
that.
Coaster.
huh,
Being a business owner's
Bro.
roller coaster ride.
bro, tell me about it. Shit, dude.
Well, you're on both the spectrums there, so
Yeah, I'm like an idiot.
that's why you got so much gray hair coming out lately.
I tell you this all the time.
I really got to get my shit together and like really go back and like reassess my decisions in life. Some of them were good, some of them not so good, some of them are fucking
Sometimes
terrible.
maybe good, sometimes
Maybe
maybe
shit.
shit.
You live and
That's a
learn.
good saying. You know who said that? Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's shit.
There's one of the coaches, right? He was
Yeah,
a coach,
yeah,
for one
yeah.
of the football leagues,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, in Italy, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. But yeah, I mean, you can't put everything in the markets. You have to have some kind of backup plan, if anything.
And don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Don't put. I mean, I put my eggs in all kinds of different baskets, and currently the baskets are all fucking drowning in the water.
Well, they're not that different, then, are they?
At this point, it's like you start asking a question. Like in the last,
What
2 weeks,
is a good
what the hell do you?
is a good
so
investment?
then, what do you invest in then?
Yeah, exactly. Cars, apparently.
No, that's a terrible investment. Perfect example right here. I'm not any better. So,
Point example right there.
I mean, listen, this was a good buy. It made sense. It's still worth money. I can sell this and I'll be okay. You know, I'll make money on this car, right? But I don't want to sell it. I might have to sell it, but I don't want to sell it.
Hey, we already talked this through.
Right
You're keeping the other one.
So the other one actually got picked up today. So we might finally have the car here. I actually tried to buy one more today, but didn't work out. They wanted way more money, and I was probably not a good time to buy it. I can't count on crypto cashing me out because it's dragging me down with it. But anyway, yeah. Besides the point. I love Bitcoin. I hope you love me back. And if not,
love me long time.
anyways, all right. So yeah, let's get on from our investing. Listen, and none of this is financial advice, by the way. All right,
you didn't give any advice. You just complained about losing a bunch of money.
That's why it's not financial advice. You know, it's
if anything, that's good advice.
No, because you can't make people get scared, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, jump in. Sometimes you got to jump in. Don't risk everything. You know, make a small investment. Don't panic, and just hold long term. Bitcoin is a long term investment. You know, people are saying that it was created by Epstein. Bullshit. I don't believe any of that. There's a bunch of FUD right now. I don't know if you guys know what FUD means, but you know what FUD means? FUD?
I don't know, fudges.
Nope.
FUD? Basically, people just coming up with stories and making it look like this is the end of the world. What's the exact meaning of FUD? So that people can understand.
Something about effed up something.
It's like every day.
Fear. It's called fear.
It's
Slang. Turn for a gun or to fire.
fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So, you know, we get all kinds of stories. Epstein created Bitcoin. Trump's under blackmail from some people. The markets are crashing because the dollar's repricing.
That's exactly what you're doing right now.
I'm definitely FUDing myself. For myself.
Anyways.
I don't need to spread FUD for anybody else.
Anyways, moving on.
Moving on. Sorry.
Epstein files came out.
I
didn't read too much into it. I
Nope.
seen a couple of them, but I seen Epstein was blackmailing like Bill Gates about.
Did you hear the story about Bill Gates?
Here we
Oh,
go.
his wife.
Go ahead.
Trying a little dosing.
Yeah. Did you read about that?
About what?
You didn't. So you don't know about
No,
what
no.
it said in there? First of all, Bill Gates said it's all false, right? Until his wife
could be.
Until his wife was on a podcast a couple days ago, and they read this to her, and she's like, "This is wild." She
Confirmed that it was false.
She didn't confirm that it was false.
Oh.
It's wild that
She
they know
doesn't know.
about this.
She didn't even know about it from the sounds of it.
Oh.
Yeah, but she's like that she left him for a reason. Must have been a bunch of reasons, but she definitely hated Epstein. That's for sure.
Get to the point, bro.
But he, what are you freaking PBD over there?
No, I'm just saying, dude.
Basically, they're saying that in the emails it said that he contracted some kind of STD.
Yeah. Okay.
From Russian girls.
I did hear this.
Bill
I did hear
Gates?
this. Yeah.
Right, and that he gave it to his wife,
Uh-huh.
and she didn't know. So he was asking him for some kind of medication that he can put in her cup, so she didn't know about it.
Yeah.
So they could get rid of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I did hear about this.
I mean, that's kind of crazy, bro, if you think about it. But that's just one thing of like 3 million files were dropped on about Epstein. I mean, I can't believe there's 3 million files about
who's got
Epstein.
time for all that? But
I mean, how many people was he connected to? And
a lot, dude. That was his business.
Not only emails, but they have emails, videos. They have recordings. They have all kinds of stuff. I mean, he was giving advice to the.
He was in the blackmailing business.
100%. He recorded everything.
That's what I'm saying. He was. That's why there was so many things, because he had something on everybody.
He had surveillance and videos and recordings of every. He was giving advice to the ex-prime minister of Israel how to get in the job, how to get a job that pays him well.
Yeah.
He was making like $250,000 a year being the prime minister of Israel. And Jeffrey Epstein was telling him that, hey, this company and this company, Palantir was mentioned before he was ever big. But before that, he was talking about Palantir, but he was talking about one specific company that if you become their spokesman, they'll pay you $3 million a year.
Yeah.
Bro, that's wild. So imagine the connections he has.
Can I get that, yeah?
I mean, it's so, and it intertwines so many different aspects.
It's just a giant web, dude.
Dude, it's a web of lies, deceit, blackmail,
and how much of it is even real?
Yeah,
like all these email chains. Like, you know, was it actually Elon Musk that that
Wanted to go lie at the party?
that wanted, yeah, that was asking what days are the best girls there. And
no,
stuff
not
like
girls. He asked what's the best day to party. Not girls. He didn't say
No,
that.
I'm pretty sure he said that. in
No,
one of
I'm pretty
them.
sure it wasn't that. It doesn't matter. But
Yeah, but the best is Elon. The back and forth. I don't know which late night show had this, but he was like Epstein responded to him. He's like, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people, that are gonna be in town for this event. You should definitely come. He's like, why would I concern myself with like politicians? I'm more of like a computer guy, you know. He's like, no, all of them around the age of 15 or something, and like he specified because.
I mean, according to Elon Musk, after a while, he was like emailing him so much that he blocked him.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
Maybe.
I don't know. Who knows? I mean, it's just a web of craziness.
Dude,
though.
I'm saying-
Everybody
I'm saying
wanted
that-
the files. We got the files. Now it's like,
that's too much.
are they breaking the stock market?
Yeah.
Well,
But not only that-
everyone's just posting on YouTube having fun, like getting views for other. Look what I found. on
Well,
this.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
So me, I'm not even paying attention to it because it's like, okay, everyone's posts everything.
But
Like,
it's good that people are
What if
looking
it's
into it. It's good that people are looking into it though, because you want to know the truth. Here's
Yeah.
the truth. You know.
correct, but what's gonna come with it? No,
But also-
a whole bunch
but
of
also-
crap.
no,
Yeah,
no
but
one's
also-
getting pulled into jail. No one's getting charged or anything. They knew all this stuff years ago.
That's the biggest problem, right?
Well,
It's like-
because
So what's the point?
well, until the people actually start going to jail, which maybe they will. Maybe they finally will start doing something about it.
Has it been a couple years already?
apparently with that, it was the way they arrested Epstein. It was based on certain warrants that they got, and that's why it's like a legal like minefield to get across to like arrest
Yeah.
people and stuff like that, and that's why it was so hard to get these documents. Like,
I mean, it wouldn't shock me that because just because you have
also hold on, also most of these people have lawyers that
Oh,
are
yeah.
gonna
of
go
course.
in absolutely that they've been working just as long on making a defense than as long as they've had those files. The
Yeah,
second they've had those
100%.
files, all these major people were like,
Got
"Hey,
your lawyer.
hey, listen, just in case, I need you to be ready to
Yeah,
go."
yeah.
Right? So
It's wild though. It's with the amount of stuff that's in there. I mean, I'm telling you, it has everything to do with. It has things to do with real estate,
yeah,
finance, banking, politics, politicians. I mean, everything is in there. This man knew, I guess, a lot of people, and has a lot of shit on a lot of people.
Well, my question is, how much of that stuff is like doctored?
My question is, how much of that is controlled by the intelligence agencies?
All of it.
Do you think he was an agent? Do you think he worked for the intelligence? 100% he had to work for the intelligence agencies.
Maybe it was
no
some-
But which
way.
ones?
Maybe he was some kind of like
Informant?
like a CIA.
He definitely worked for the CIA,
Like
in one way or another.
I wouldn't doubt CIA's doing like some kind of investigation. And they can't find anything. They're like, this guy knows,
Wouldn't shock
and
me.
then he's just like, yeah, pay up X
Well,
amount.
I mean, how else is he able to go this long with so many people? He probably
Yeah.
hey,
Dude, he flew on CIA
you,
planes.
You let me go, and
Yeah.
here's some information. Just
yeah,
He
exactly.
flew on CIA planes.
yeah. So he probably had.
he had
he
plenty
was-
of connections.
Yeah.
He was connected to the CIA. He was connected to Mossad
If
from
you're
Israel.
connected, no one
He
can
was
touch
connected
you.
to the FBI. I mean, and he was a sick person at that. That's the other aspect that everybody's. He was just a sick person.
Yeah,
dude. I mean, the
well, clearly.
amount of torture basically he did. Maybe it wasn't as much physical torture, but just mental torture and
Yep,
everything else.
yep.
I mean, it's physical torture too for sure. But I mean, it's.
I mean, to blackmail somebody with the things he was blackmailing people with, you have to be a sick kind of person, right?
Yeah, I mean that's one aspect of it, but it just in general,
I-
he's just a sick person, man.
Yeah.
Do you think he hung himself?
Nah, I think somebody killed him.
Mm-mm.
Oh, you can't say killed. No, whoops.
You probably had a way.
Somebody unalived him.
There you go.
That's what the people say on YouTube videos.
Yeah, unalive.
Unalive, because it doesn't.
Even if they grabbed it, you probably had so much information you could have gave you. Probably walked out of there.
I mean,
Would
there
drop
are
a couple
there-
of information.
there are theories right there out there saying the same thing that he.
I can Google it and they're off. I can find 100 different theories.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. There's theories, right?
Yeah.
But there's a theory saying that he actually got out. There was a double.
Oh yeah, that he's alive.
because
somewhere,
his
right?
brother did a couple of interviews saying that wasn't him.
Yeah, I don't know.
His
Nah,
own
you could say
brother.
the same-
If I got my
you
ass
could-
killed,
You could say the
And you
same thing
came and
about
go-
Michael Jackson and Tupac.
And Hitler lives in somewhere in Africa.
He might not Africa. Where
South
the hell did
America,
you go?
whatever.
Argentina, bro.
Whatever. One of those.
Argentina.
Yeah, there's a whole German of damn.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Dude, when the World War II ended, a bunch of Nazis dipped. They went to Argentina.
Yeah,
Because
because
they-
now there's a huge German town there.
Oh, there's a huge population
Yeah.
of German ethnicity at that. So there was a bunch.
So it wouldn't be the first time someone.
Argentina's pretty white if you think about it. For being a country that's down south in America, South America, it's a pretty white country. Brazil is a much
So South
darker.
Africa.
What?
So South Africa.
That's because it was occupied by who? The British for
The-
a very,
the falling- I was trying
very
to-
long time.
I was trying to think about a funny way to say it. I was to say the fall off country.
The fall off country. What is it? The Cape of Good Hope? Except if you go through Cape of Good Hope and there's a storm, you're fucked. That's what it is. I mean, Australia.
Well, that's because you got to hope for good weather. What do you mean?
That is very that is very true. You better hope, or else. I mean, Australia was originally a penal colony for the British Empire.
Correct.
Which is, dude. All right. And I know I think we talked about this
Seem
before.
like they're doing all right though.
Are they?
I don't know.
I like Australia. I like Do I have customers who are Australian? Awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
They have
Problem
sick
is their
accents.
government is pretty stupid, just like Britain's government is pretty damn stupid.
There's a lot of governments that are pretty stupid right now. So
Yeah, well, except the Polish government.
that's
They're
a good
actually
one.
doing pretty well. Can't say that they're doing too bad over there.
The president of Poland, dude.
He's a G, bro.
Watching,
If I ever get-
watching him at a NATO fucking meeting. There's a camera on him. He just turns around, fucking pops in his mouth, dude, and keeps walking.
But he's a boxer. He's an
Yeah.
ex-boxer, dude. He was ex-hooligan. He got arrested for being a hooligan once.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He's a G, bro. If I ever get the chance, if we ever get a guy on podcast, we'll be successful at that point. But Karol Nawrocki, Aksuhos, if you're listening to us, we're near Chicago. Just come join us.
I got a pack of Zins waiting for you.
Yeah, but I mean, the Epstein thing is wild. I mean, and we will never know the full truth behind it, right? We never will.
No.
It's all gonna
Maybe
be-
we will in like 50 years and everybody's dead.
Probably not.
You know?
Probably not even then.
That's like, how much we'll really know about what happened in JFK.
No, because then America would have to admit a crazy cover up,
Dude,
which they're never gonna do.
JFK is a cover up.
Oh, dude, did you watch that new show? What was the day that JFK got shot?
I don't know.
It was like 10/26.
You Google it. I
60.
guess.
There's a good
Listen,
show. There's
I have information, but I don't have that
Yeah.
much.
There's a very good show right now. It's based off a Stephen King book.
Oh,
wh-
God,
where
that guy.
yeah, but the show was really good. Me and like watched it. We didn't binge it, but we watched it within a few weeks. Somebody finds a rabbit hole where it takes you back in time to a specific era, and it's like 2 years before JFK gets shot. And like one guy shows the other, and the guy stays in that timeline for years to try to stop the shooter of JFK and like get to the other.
Oh, dude, that's like the show me and Michelle been watching recently, Outlander. It's a very old show now.
Yeah.
But so, and this is what I was trying to get to my other point before that is the British, right? In Outlander, the lady goes back, and then one of the seasons was where they're trying to prevent like a massacre from happening
Right.
between the Scots, who I very much value. I value those Scots. Scots are like the Polacks. They straight up G's, except they wear kilts.
The Scottish.
I if I ever get a chance, I'll go to Scotland and check it out. And then there's a lot of Scottish people that are pretty awesome.
Scottish.
But then they're a bunch of wussies. But in that timeline, in that show, the British Empire, it was somebody you did not mess with. They did not mess around, bro. You got caught, you got killed.
Yeah.
You got drawn and quartered, you got killed, you got put in prison. I mean, people feared the British Empire.
Well, now they fear it too.
And now look at them today. A bunch of bitches, bro.
Well, what do you mean? You got to fear them too. You talk, you go to jail.
Yeah.
Very true point.
You take a picture in America with a gun, you go to jail.
That's messed up, dude. That is so messed up. I mean, I know we definitely have some British viewers for sure because based on our, if we look at our analytics, a lot of our stuff gets watched in Britain, right? And then maybe it's the Polish people in Britain. I don't know. Who knows?
Pozdrawiamy.
But in all reality, bro, it's like they were once the most feared empire in the world, right? You didn't mess with the British, and now look at them. They're a bunch of wussies, bro. They let everybody. They just let.
You're really into your conversation.
I'm just, I'm kind of pissed about it because if you think about it, man, they were like I said, they were like top-notch empire. They were straight. They didn't mess around.
Yeah.
And now today, open borders. You have people basically invading the country. You have the actual Brits who are actual British people are now being basically pushed off to the side so that they could supplement all the
Or
immigrants.
thrown in a prison.
Well, yeah, because who took over all the government positions?
White people.
Not all of them.
But
They're
what are they?
changing.
Are they conservatives or what are they? Liberals?
Probably.
I mean, Europe is having that whole problem right now. It's like, dude, let's take care of the immigrants before we take care of our own people.
But what did Spain do?
Who the
last
hell?
week?
I mean,
Dude, Spain's crazy. You talk about it.
I don't know that much about it, but it's like the 500,000 people that are now able to be citizens that bring the whole family over. So now you're bringing in millions of people because workforce.
So,
Do they understand what's going to happen when you do
the
that?
story behind that is that basically the government granted amnesty to 500,000 illegal immigrants in Spain. That they can now get a work visa. They can now
Bring entire families over.
They can get benefits and they can bring their families with them. What about the people that are already there?
Right.
What about your citizens? What about you take care of them first before you take care of people who are not from your country?
Yeah.
How does that
That's
make
literally
any sense?
the exact opposite of what Trump's doing here.
100%. And that's why I agree with Trump, dude. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, do it. If you're not supposed to be here, you're not supposed to be here.
Yep.
And that's it. I don't care. I understand it breaks up families. I understand it's cold-hearted. But is it cold-hearted? If you're breaking the law, are you supposed to be here?
You had the opportunity. You had the time.
Dude,
you had every opportunity.
But why
to
is
do
it that when this is done, on Obama era, it was all fine?
Well, yeah,
More people died than back then than right now.
Yeah, 100 in terms of like.
CNN was going for ride-alongs.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you got-
Exactly, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And now
Right.
it's all up against everything.
Yeah,
It's like-
because they don't like the person that's doing it.
Exactly.
Man, I don't say I love Trump because I don't love Trump. Personally, I don't want to be friends with Trump. You know what I mean? He's not that kind of person that I'd be hanging out with, right? Have a conversation,
I
sure.
feel like he didn't interrupt you a lot.
No, he actually listens very well.
Yeah, but once he gets going, dude.
Well, when he starts going
Kind
on,
of talks about himself a little too much.
which is he's been in that light.
China.
He's been in that light for forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forever. That's the way he's been. He's not going to change.
Yeah.
But he treats
Nope.
everything as a business, as he
It
should.
is a business at the end of the day. I mean, you want to secure your country, you got to secure the border. Secure the border, right? You want to have people, you want regular Americans to get the effects of the economy moving forward, except for today.
This guy can't let it go.
I'm having a great couple weeks. He's having a bad couple weeks.
You should be taking care of your people first. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how Minnesota is like, oh, we should take care of all the immigrants first before we do it. Dude, what are you guys talking about, man?
Yeah. Well, that's because they're getting paid.
That's because they're collecting votes.
Yeah. Well, no, they're not only that, but they're getting like those protesters and everything. They're getting paid to be there.
Oh,
This is
100%.
There's a couple of
super
them that said that.
coordinated.
So some of them are saying they're getting make anywhere from 80 to 120,000 a year getting paid to be there.
Yeah.
Like they even admitted it. We're getting paid to be here.
Which is why, that's not what the two news are going to tell you.
No,
They're going to tell you that's
they're
all
not gonna
fake
say that,
news.
yeah.
They're
They're going to say they quit their jobs to go there.
Well, how else people protest every day
I
about
mean,
going to work?
That's
Do
what
you
I'm saying. I don't have time to do that.
That's what I'm saying as well.
I'm working 60 hours a week, and these guys are
When the
protesting.
hell do I have time to go protest? I'm over here trying to survive a crypto drop, and then
Paul's about to become
know.
Paul's about to become an ice agent with that sign-on bonus, dude.
Yeah, dude. 50 grand sign-on bonus, 100 grand a year in benefits and payout, dude.
You watched the video where one of the college grads was bragging that
She makes $200,000 a year.
I make. I was like, I want 150 or something. And then he
Yeah.
asked her, "Where'd you go with the degree?" He's like, "Yeah, I went to high school. I make 150."
No,
kind of just shut her up.
She's like, I make $200,000 a year. I went to school here, and he's like, yeah. He's like, I make $200,000 here, and I love what I do.
Which is the crazier part too is that a good portion of the ICE agents are Hispanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And now what the fuck? I'm not surprised.
I'm not saying like it,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know like you guys are protesting, but a good amount of that force is Hispanic.
Yeah.
What does that tell you? That they
They don't-
probably agree and they're like, get these fucking people out of here that are abusing the system, taking advantage of the benefits and everything else. If you have illegals here, and it's funny because there's been a big back and forth recently about what you call them. Are they illegal aliens or undocumented immigrants or undocumented people?
All of the above.
Illegals.
They're illegals. They're legal aliens. They're not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
You're an alien. You're not supposed to be here. Especially illegal at that. If you're an alien,
What does that? What does that make Musk?
you know, that's what I was about to say.
Well, even like the Somalis, I think I saw.
No, dude, no.
I saw some this week were posted like all the fraud that got caught up. None's gonna
But
happen
none of
with
that is
it.
real, according to news.
Okay, but even so, all this. Okay, let's just say it all is real. It's all all the proof is there, everything. But someone I was reading somewhere that from based on everything that none's gonna happen to them. So you're only admitting to I can literally go fraud the government.
Defraud the government,
Yeah.
yes.
And I should be.
We should start doing it right now.
Oh, yeah. What am I doing working legally for?
Yeah, exactly. That's the basic question that you ask yourself. You're here, you're working to provide for your family, pay your taxes, do your due diligence, have a job, obviously, provide your job has it trickles down to another job. Because you're a trucker, right? You move steel, right?
Yeah.
Well, you move steel, so that's your job. The guy who unloads the steel, that's his job, right? The guy who processes the steel, that's another job, right? Why are we all doing this if instead we could just sit at home and just say we're not
Raising
going to do
kids.
shit and raise 10 kids,
Yeah.
right? And they're not even Americans,
Yeah.
So it's like, why are we doing it? And then you wonder why people get pissed off, like, yeah, dude, I'm paying taxes and I don't see no benefit from it. No, you don't. But those people who got nothing and don't want to do nothing do.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't make sense. It needs to be cleaned up.
The
a lot
Leering
of this
place
stuff.
does.
The Leering Center.
The Leering Center.
Yeah, the Leering fucking people.
There's shirts now.
I know there is.
There's everything for that.
Nick Shirley is now in California looking at more fraud.
Good.
I wonder how much fraud he's gonna find in California.
I'm not gonna lie, though.
California is so stupid.
I'm not gonna lie though. Nick Shirley is a terrible interviewee. Have you seen the whole thing when he went on an interview and like he
The kid's 23 years old.
yeah,
dude.
but he called out this
Yeah,
guy. Yeah, but he called out this guy. He was like, we recorded a 2.5 hour episode and he only posted like an hour and 20 minutes. And the guy was like, well, it was a lot of like blind noise or not white noise. It's something similar, but it's like pauses in the conversation or like somebody like not being able to like this right now, right? Where they're like, nah,
Yeah, well, that's
But then he's like, no, he literally left out entire parts of conversations to make me look worse.
It's possible, right? I mean, like I said, listen, everybody plays to their advantage,
strengths.
right?
Yeah.
To their advantage. So you can't always take everything the way it's given to you or shown to you because there's other information. Like that's like me and you when we do clips. We just did a clip last week that it's funny. We did a clip last week that kind of took things out of took things out of context a little bit.
No, that was a few weeks ago.
No, last week.
Oh.
With the priest.
Oh, no, yeah, but I fixed it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because
You edited something.
No, it just there was no context provided about what we were talking about.
the Hitler comment.
Yeah, well, we were talking about the UK.
The UK, yeah.
Yeah, and we were talking about how.
But we didn't mention the UK in the clip.
Right. So I actually I went back and edited the description to say in Britain.
Are you talking like a little short though?
Yeah.
yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, it's so hudgy." Like, well, what's this about? Stuff like
you
this.
have the priest talking about Hitler.
Yeah.
So because I was talking.
Well, he didn't say like good things about Hitler. Okay.
No, of course
he was
not.
talking about like he was talking
what
about
do we fight for against Hitler? What did the UK fight for against Hitler in terms of free speech?
Free speech, right? Exactly. And they were like, "Well, what are you talking about?" And so I
made a comment on that too, in regards to Britain.
Yeah, I fixed it too later.
But I mean, and because we were texting back and forth. He's a friend of ours. He's a friend of mine. The priest. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
And I like what he's doing. And it was a great podcast
really
for us. People got information. A lot of people are like, "Oh, this is a good podcast. We learned a lot of information." It also, gave us some clips that worked out for us. And then the Polish podcast was legit. Like, I got
chaos, bro.
Flame for it all over the place. But you know what? I don't give a crap.
I'm telling you, those comments were. I was cracking up the entire time.
Oh, so was I.
Dude,
I got flamed, but I got flamed by like one person.
Yeah,
and then he got flamed by like 50 people.
Yeah. There was like 80 comments on that thing, and it was literally just one guy saying, "You should learn how to speak Polish," and somebody's like, "You should learn how to write Polish." And another guy's like, well, what language are they speaking in then?
Because I speak slang Polish, which is Highlander.
Yeah.
I have a very hard time speaking proper Polish. It's just not
Yeah.
my forte. All
Yeah.
right. So that was,
I learned that
was,
lesson pretty well when I met my wife's family.
Oh,
in
same.
Poland.
Same.
Her aunt just stared at me like, "What the hell did you just say?" And I'm like, "Ah, shit."
Oh,
I
Michelle's
gotta-
mom always-
I gotta think about this.
I learned mine very early on when I worked at Sprint in sales. When I got a Polish customer, I always started clean Polish. After a while, right after I learned my lesson, I started speaking clean Polish, and once the person would respond to me, I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, to me, I never really noticed the difference. Like,
There's a big difference.
Well,
There
I
is a
know,
big
but
difference.
if you talk to you, polka dot square porzisto, it's
Yeah.
I understand everything. Well, majority of words. Let's use the
you
big
that's 'cause
words.
we
you
learned-
understand.
That's because we
Yeah,
learned
I
it.
know,
Like,
but when I'm talking back,
They don't
I
understand.
don't. Yeah, I don't think about it.
Yeah.
I'm just talking, and they're like looking at me like, "What the hell?" I'm like,
Because me and the priest were texting and we're talking and we're texting back and forth and then we're talking and he's like, this is, this was a good time. He's like, I'd like to do it again, whenever. I'm like, that's
he will
awesome.
be coming back on.
100%, 100%. We had a lot of stuff that we want to talk about that we didn't even get to. But he's like, you know what? He's like, now I understand what you meant when you said that sometimes AI takes clips out of context.
Yeah,
And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, this particular clip. And I'm like, yeah.
we should probably fix that.
It doesn't really sound very good. And I'm like, you know what? Well, maybe we'll take it down. He's like, no, just leave it. He's like, it's fine. Just leave it. And then I think obviously you fixed it. But I went in right away and I messaged, like, I put in a message in the comment, like, this is what it's
I
in
did
reference
see,
to.
yeah.
But that was a good time. It was, he's a smart dude. He's a canon lawyer. He's a priest.
He's a man of many talents.
Yeah. So yeah, great time.
Now we got Tom on.
Yeah. Now we got a large guy, Tom, our neighbor down the street. My neighbor down the street
Drives trucks.
drives trucks. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that actually. So
We'll get to it eventually.
yeah. we start off on different topics, and then this is how it is on this
We're gonna turn
podcast.
right back around.
It's
and
called
go
the
here.
TV. It's the TBTS
Well,
effect.
it goes back
Yeah.
to kind of like you guys ever seen a data center?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever been to one?
Yeah.
No,
It's
I'm invested in them, but I've never been in one.
It's mind-boggling if you go there.
I mean, I know what it is.
I did the construction 10 years, right? So I built warehouse, Amazons and
Yeah.
General Mills warehouses, all the ice storage places. I ran those
You
job
did
sites.
because you did it. Obviously, you did. You built.
The whole building.
You can
ground
do
up.
it. You can do it.
Listen, bro. All right.
So,
I was gonna say I'm bored,
Before you
but
were
then
in
it gets flamed in
correct.
Polish.
You were in
I was a
construction.
GC superintendent.
Yeah.
So I'm the guy in the trailer with the laptop and iPad walking around, with a little collared shirt and checking
Blue-collar
out things.
job, huh?
ability. Yeah.
Hey,
do
that's what I do. Hey.
That job is Amazon is the worst possible. They'll rush you to do something. You got to spend crazy amount of overtime and your salary as a superintendent.
Yeah.
So I'm there through holidays, weekends, 12-hour
Yeah.
days. These guys can pay double time, on the Sundays.
Yep.
And you're 3 months in, you finish the one portion of the project that Amazon wanted. All of a sudden, they come back with changes. Yeah, rip it all out.
Oh yeah.
Rip it all out, change
'Cause everything
it.
changes so fast.
They keep doing updates to all their warehouses and so frequently. We're bidding updates before we even get the approval. They already have the next 4 iterations in, and it's like, what's the point? Because everything I just bid is getting thrown out. So a lot of times it was hard to get numbers from subs at all. But the data centers, because I deliver a lot of machinery to them, because we have Conestoga trailers.
Before you get to that, what do you do now? What's your job?
I am a truck driver.
Okay.
I own my own company with my brothers. So there's 3 of us. We own 3 trucks and 3 Conestoga trailers.
And
So-
what do you move?
Steel, machinery, CNC machines, hardwood. Sometimes we get specialized woods that need to be stayed dry. So we have, I guess a lot of people don't know what a Conestoga is. Because a lot of time you ask people, you tell them that.
Slow
and
down,
they're-
because what the hell did you say? What'd you call it?
Yeah, I know. I talked Conestoga.
Conestoga. Okay.
So it's
I'm
basically
a fast talker myself, but damn, bro.
I know it's a tarp system. So it's pretty much a big canvas that's on rollers and like a big superstructure, and you push
okay.
it. You're able to push it forward, backwards. So I'm able to get loaded from the rear, from the side, and overhead with a crane. So I have, there's height clearance. There's also different ones with lower step deck trailers, more higher for height. So we move a lot of machinery around, steel. But our bread and butter is coils and steel plates,
Steel coils.
which everyone's terrified to move those things. But you get so used to them that
Why?
you mess up, you die.
Yeah, when they roll off the trailer, they roll into the
They've
cab.
killed plenty of drivers.
Really?
Yeah.
How so?
Oh yeah.
Well,
You
I
get in
guess
an
I
accident
gotta
and
look up like what a
you-
steel coil is. I guess.
Look it up.
You know what a steel coil is?
Well, that is a very
I have
risky.
a picture in my
So your
head, but I
it's
don't know
chained
if it's
down, but if you get in a hard enough wreck, those chains will let go, and that thing will roll forward. And it's gone through trailers into the cabs and crushed drivers.
I mean, how much does a steel coil weigh?
Depends. There's some 5,000 pounds. There's some that are
Oh,
80,000 pounds.
That's a coil, yeah.
okay.
Those are
okay.
coils. So
Show people what the what a
This is
steel
what we're
coil is.
talking about. These are steel coils. Okay. I
So
was
just-
thinking, like,
there's 3 ways to load them. You got eye to the sky, which is on a pallet. They're strapped down,
yep.
so you chain them up. Or you got also called suicide.
The roller ones.
Yeah, they're suicide because you mess up, you're pretty much committing suicide. They're gonna kill you. And there's shotgun. Shotgun is when the hole is basically to the front and back.
Okay.
And everyone's like, well, I would not let a little shot a coil shot suicide. I'm like, it's not up to you. It's up to the receiver or shipper how they can receive it. Some can't. They have a big crane. They don't have cranes. They have big forklifts with these big front rods on the front that goes into it, picks them up, and pulls them off. So if that's the only way to offload it, they're not offloading a shotgun because the machine can't reach it.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just get used to it.
That makes sense.
So how is the steel moving business? Because obviously they in the last couple of I'm gonna say probably now a year, maybe more. They've been saying that the trucking industry
This
is
is 5 years, bro. They've been saying that.
The last 3 years have been
okay. So 3 years.
So it's been a downturn, right? So it's over the last 3 years. The problem is there's been always downturns all the time. It's up and down.
Yeah.
But this is the longest. And it keeps weeding out all the smaller carriers and bigger carriers. And there's a lot of big carriers that went completely out of business.
Yeah.
Is Swift still in business?
Swift's still in business, unfortunately.
Who?
Swift.
Yeah, because they're never go out of business. They have contracts that pay them well over market value of loads and moves.
And shitty drivers.
And shitty drivers. Well, I heard that the reason that you always see Swift drivers getting in crashes is because they have like such a large amount, such a big fleet.
Correct.
That when like they could have the lowest percentage of drivers that crash, but because they have so many, it makes it seem like it's a lot.
So the problem
I know.
problem with Swift is a lot of times the drivers that come there, it's kind of how you get in. You get in with the mega carriers. You get ship pay. They train you. That's kind of how you start off. So they have all the fresh drivers, and they're also self-insured. So they don't actually have an insurance company.
Right.
They are big enough to where they're able to self-insure and pay the insurance on all their trucks on their own.
Okay.
So that they save a lot of money that way as well.
Saves a lot of money, yeah.
So
so whatever accidents happen doesn't really matter because they're paying for it anyway.
They get a bad rep out of it, but yeah, as you know, when you have up to 5,000 trucks running, chances are when you see an accident, it's a pretty good chance you see one of their trucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just I've seen a lot of clips with a lot of Swift
Yeah.
trucks just laying in the ditch or driving over shit.
Lately, TMC's been doing a lot too. They're a flatbed group. Their quality of drivers are really good downhill. I talk to a lot of these drivers while I'm there, and they keep thinking, everyone keeps saying, oh, it's really bad. You can't be owner operator. I'm like, I'm an owner operator. I run my own business. They go, how is it? I'm like, you have to stay in a general area enough. Like me, we stay Midwest. St. Louis to Pittsburgh, Michigan to Kentucky's where we go.
Well, Pittsburgh's exactly Midwest, but
That's our boundary.
Central America.
That's our boundary. So we stay in there, and we have the brokers we work with, and they know we're in that area. So they'll feed us loads or something. So we'll catch a lot of loads that never hit the load board or get better rates.
Right.
Like we have a broker that gives consistent loads out of Portage over here in Indiana. He's always paying us very well for our loads.
Because you build a reputation with him.
Correct.
Right.
Well, that's just
that's
connections,
that's
right?
connections.
He calls us
for a lot of things.
He's like, hey, this is hot. I need it picked up. Like, hey, we're in the aerial grabber real quick. He knows because sometimes he gets drivers, especially like you get a lot of Indian drivers from Canada. Some of these guys have no clue how to strap a coil. And it's
Do they
scary.
drive with the suicide ones?
Yeah. It's scary when I watch some of these guys. Like I help quite a bit of them kind of put it on. It seems like all the Russians and Ukrainians come in. I end up actually translating quite a bit. And they're like, why are you helping these guys out? I'm like, well, they're kind of blocking my entrance to get in and get loaded. So the faster I help them, the faster they get out.
Can get out.
Creeping in here.
Yeah. My kids creeped into the garage, checking on me, making sure I'm still alive after Bitcoin dropped.
Yeah. So right
I'm
now,
worried about I'm worried about my dad's health.
like you're having a bad couple of weeks. I'm having a great couple of weeks because, as usual, the snowstorm and a lot of people are afraid to drive in snow. so they won't go. What happens when you have enough trucks? You drive the price up.
Yeah, 100%.
So the last couple of weeks, our rates have been ridiculous.
That's good.
They just can't get enough trucks. So
Supply and demand, baby.
So it's been great the last couple of weeks.
It also helps that they just announced, a week ago, that we just passed up Japan in steel production. So steel production's come back to the U.S.
Dude, you would not believe how much production comes in right now. Lately, I've been shipping a lot of stuff that's coming into O'Hare from Korea. Aluminum. They freight it in on a plane. It's crated up. I go pick it up, and they pay me, what I get, I got $1,600 to go to, was it 400 miles?
It's pretty good pay.
No, not even 400. It was like 300 because it's only a 4-hour run.
Crazy that it's coming from Korea and not from Canada. Stupid country.
First, I don't know. Is it this place that's over there in Ohio, in Fremont, in Ohio, that takes them all? They all go to there. I don't know what they produce because when you pull in there, you kind of see the machines, but you have no idea what they're making.
Airplane parts.
I actually picked up titanium yesterday from St. Louis.
Dropped some off on the way. Dropped some off on the way home.
It was an aerospace place. Also paid very well.
Yeah, I mean but that's the thing is like some people complain that the business is crappy, like like trucks. Like I said, I know there's a downturn for a while. I don't know how long it was for, but I know that because of freight movements. In terms of like LTLs, right? I ship a lot of LTL, basically less than truckload, which is like freight. Like we ship a lot of car parts, right, for my business, and they've been down. They've been down a lot actually. Like, enclosed trailer, regular, 53-foot trailer. They've been down a lot. They've been cutting, hours. They've been cutting employees. They've also been improving in terms of like machinery, like not robotics, but like automation. Mm-hmm. That's been also bringing, automation right now is killing a lot of jobs for people, like regular people. That's technically the cycle that we're in right now. But they were saying that, that it's down, it's not doing too hot. UPS also, UPS is, when they pick up packages from us, they're like, it's busy, but it's not as busy as it used to be, you know? So, and then UPS also recently just shut down one of the major hubs here in Chicago. Because we have a driver that comes to us, and he comes from...
which hub?
I don't remember which one. I know Hodgkins is obviously still running.
It's the
biggest
largest
one in Chicago. That one's never going to shut down.
It's not the biggest one in Chicago. It's the biggest one nationwide.
Is it?
It's the biggest one minus an airstrip.
And then there's, I think, another one somewhere in Chicago, but there was one local to us, and they shut it down. It's gone.
I saw they were laying off thousands of people.
Yeah, drivers, and last year they let off 48,000 corporate jobs.
Right.
This year, I think they're laying off like 20,000 like corporate and drivers, right? Which kind of doesn't make sense, but it does make sense because they lost the Amazon contract.
It makes sense, but it doesn't because Peter, our brother, is still putting in 15-hour days as a truck driver.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, it works both ways. If they get rid of some people here, then they got to make it up somewhere else, right?
Maybe.
So maybe they'll take advantage of it. Like, when you work overtime, right? When you work overtime, that's not really extra pay. It's pay, but you're getting taxed more on that overtime. So it's not really making a difference sometimes.
Yeah.
So you're thinking that you're making overtime and you're making a bunch more money.
You're making more money.
You are making more money, but a lot of it goes to taxes.
Yeah, but you get a a lot of it back.
You get some of it back because
they take a lot.
Yeah, they do take a lot.
In construction, a lot of the guys that are electricians, plumbers, they do a lot of overtime, and they get to a certain point where like, no, I can't. I don't want to work anymore. I'm like, why not?
Because it doesn't make sense.
He's like, yeah. At this point, they're taking all.
Yeah.
I'm done overtime.
That's why they do side jobs for cash.
That's why the no tips on tax, no tax on tips and overtime. There's a boundary for that.
Yeah,
you could. I think I don't know what the number is. I don't know if it's 20 grand. I don't remember what it is, 20 or 30, whatever the number is. But once you reach that cap, it's back to the regular standard tax.
But then you also can't make over a certain amount. I think it's up to 150,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
So once you go over that, then you don't even qualify for it.
That's exactly what it is. So why would
if you're a union worker, regular hours, you're getting close to that anyways.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you see it from the other side, like if you're making 150 grand, you don't really need overtime. Right.
Well, if you're making 150 grand with overtime, right? You don't want to go over that threshold because if your job pays regularly 100 grand.
But like if you're making, but I'm saying, if you're making 30 grand and you get overtime, why would they limit you at a certain point? Like you're already making below what you should be making. Oh yeah, right now,
100%, 100%. You're talking about total income, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's why there's a number to it. So the guys that are already making a shit ton of money, don't just use it for an advantage. It's made more for the guys that
Need it more.
correct.
Yeah.
They're, you're working overtime, but you're not in that $150,000-$200,000 range.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
That's
If
not-
you're
yeah.
only making $20 an hour, then you'll take all the overtime you can get.
Right, exactly.
Because you're never gonna hit that threshold. Well, you probably will if you do work overtime every single day. But otherwise, the other guys who are
Might be
making
dead by the end
$50
of
an
the year.
hour, they're like, I don't want this overtime.
Yeah.
It's counterintuitive for me to take it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm capped at 150 and call it a day. You know, the federal government, has that policy of no tax on tips, but Illinois doesn't.
Right.
They want all your
Typical,
money.
fucking typical Illinois, dude.
Whatever
Man.
tax they come up with, we'll take your money.
We'll pay for everybody else except yourself.
Yeah.
You know, that's just, and I don't even want to even talk about this stupid ass state because this state's so stupid.
Well, it's like even for me in trucking because we have IFTA, right? So we have to figure out taxes per state, how we drive, where we fuel up.
Yeah, my girlfriend does that for a lot of people.
Yeah, and Illinois is the highest, but it actually benefits you to fuel in Illinois because when you remove the tax of all the states, Illinois has the cheapest diesel. So you
Which
end
is
up,
wild.
it is. It's kind of mind-boggling how that even works or makes any sense. But so if you fuel up a lot of times in Illinois, yeah, you pay a little bit now, but then
But it has
if
a
the
tax advantage.
correct when it gets distributed every quarter, you actually get a return. You'll pay all your tax on all the rest of your states.
That actually makes sense because the other day Edna was telling me that she was doing somebody's taxes and he drives around like all 50 states almost and that he never tanks up in Illinois. And
he
so
owed a shit ton.
he owed a shit ton.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's because you don't tank up in Illinois. It's because you tank up everywhere else.
Correct. So for tax purposes, it's actually beneficial to take up in Illinois because then at the end of the day, it's the cheapest diesel in any state, even Kentucky. Kentucky,
Ah.
if you look at my fuel card, like because I had the app for fuel, Kentucky's always cheap. Like you get it for 50 cents, a dollar cheaper than Illinois. But end of the year, if you fuel up in Kentucky but you drive in Illinois, you're gonna get screwed every quarter.
Oh, because of the higher tax bracket.
Correct, because the
in
Kentucky's taxes is a quarter of Illinois.
Yeah.
So now you
Right.
get all that money back.
That's crazy, dude.
That makes
So,
sense.
yeah.
That makes sense though.
Does make sense.
When she
Yeah.
was explaining to me, I was like, okay, kind of makes sense. Not really.
Not
but-
really. It doesn't really make sense in a state that taxes you
Yeah.
on everything.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of things you gotta. There's heavy highway taxes you gotta pay every year, registrations, UCR registration. There's so many paperwork. Like federal government needs all this stuff
If
just
you
to
need
get
somebody to
just to
manage
get
that-
started. Like,
If you need somebody to manage that, I got you.
nah, I just do myself. I have to
Yeah.
figure out the hard way. So
Edna's-
you learn because
Edna's got a few people that-
the one way to do it is if you go in trucking, they tell you you need to get dispatch, you need to get this, you need to get that.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're swinging people in your pocket. What do you have left?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
So you got to do the hard way. You got
That's why trucking's bad right now.
Yeah, well, everyone gets into it and
Yeah.
they have no clue what they're doing.
So they have
One-
to outsource. For
Correct.
everything.
Like I get daily calls from Indians. Hello, we have loads. What kind of trailer do you have? I'm like, I don't dispatchers. Well, why not? I'm like, because I'm doing fine by myself. Like, I'm not paying you 10% to find me
Yeah.
a crap load because they
Yeah.
don't care. For them, it's a volumes game.
Yeah.
Right.
So if they get you a $2 a mile load, they don't care because they it's thousand. They got your $1,000 load. They take $100.
This is just reminding me of how
Chop,
much
chop,
I
go, go.
freaking hate dispatchers. Man, dude, not that I hate dispatchers, but I ship cars. All right.
Yeah, I heard a lot of stories about.
I'm in a way a broker. I'm not large scale, but if anybody's ever looking to move a car, ASAP works transport. Let me know. I can move your car for you. But I got to deal with dispatchers all the time, and these guys will do whatever they can to
They
get the
lie
load.
so much.
They fucking such liars,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and most of them are out of the country. At that,
Mhm.
that perfect example was this week. My plan this week was to drive to California and pick up a car.
I heard about that.
Because I could not get it picked up for the life of me. It was in a spot where just nobody wants to go. It was in a farm. So I'm like, I'm going to pack up my truck. I'm going to grab my trailer, and I'm just going to drive out there. I mean, I wanted to take a load with me, but I am not technically certified to move loads. I can't take cars with me to move from one place to another without the proper insurance, without the proper paperwork, right? I can if it was for a personal reason, personal matters.
Like bringing it back.
My friend,
Which,
my friend's like,
technically, who's gonna know? But.
well, yeah, until you get popped. If my friend calls me, he's like, hey, I need this car moved from here to there, cool, I can do it. Hey, who are you moving? You got pulled over. Who are you moving this car for? Well, it's for a friend of mine, and he's not paying me for it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just doing him a favor. They'll let you go. But if you have to say that you're paying for it and you're not registered to do so, you're effed. You're doing illegal business. You're moving stuff through states without having DOT, without having MC numbers, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So while I have the access to being a broker, I can broker movements. I just shipped a car down to Florida actually just recently for a customer. I can't technically myself do it unless I buy the proper paperwork.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna start working for you, Tom. And so that's the business I want to get into. I have a lot of people that I'm connected to that move a lot of like expensive cars, move a lot of cars. So I can dispatch the cars. Technically, I am a dispatcher, but I'm not a damn liar. All right,
There's a difference.
That's the difference. And so me being a broker in a way, because I'm a dispatcher / broker, right? I can broker the deals. I get a customer calls me, hey, I need this car moved. Cool, I'll take care of it for you. I post it. I'm talking to another dispatcher. Hey, I'll pick it up. Yada yada. Except the dispatcher's always full of shit.
Right.
Yeah, we can grab it tomorrow. The driver will be there at 1:00. Yeah. Next day, the driver can't make it. He had a flat tire. I gotta cancel. Because basically, you either found a different load.
Yeah, that's more profitable.
But you also gotta remember, shit happens. Like for me,
Shit happens. I
for
understand
me
that.
all the time. Like I'm
But too
planning
many
home at
times
5
shit
o'clock,
happens.
and then 8 o'clock. I'm rolling at 9 o'clock. What happened?
I understand that. I get that part.
Shit.
I get that part. All right. So, like I said, perfect example. I was supposed to go pick up a car in California because I couldn't find a dispatch, a mover to move it. Right. So I posted it. I raised the price. I jacked up the price like a motherfucker. Excuse my language. I jacked up the price high to move one car from California, $2,500,
Right.
which is a lot of money, right? Because it's in a pretty rural area. It's in a farm. It's not really.
So you got to incentivize it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. One guy calls me, yeah, we can pick it up tomorrow. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Send me your dispatch information. All right. Sends me over. I dispatch it to him. And then he's like, can you pay more? No. All right, canceled. Next thing.
Wait, how many miles is it?
It's pretty far. It's paying $1.12 per mile. For you, maybe that doesn't make sense.
Well,
but for a car
even
car hauler that's
even the
pulling
hot
7
shot-
cars.
Oh yeah, if you're doing that way,
Yeah.
correct.
So, unless you're doing like 3 cars, then you're making some money, but you're not really making a lot of money, but you're making some money. Next guy calls, yeah, I can have a driver there tomorrow. He'll be there tomorrow morning. Okay, cool, sounds good. Calls me next morning. Sorry, the driver couldn't make it. I gotta cancel. I'm like, dude, damn it, bro. Like, let's, all right, cool. Next guy. This is the third guy. I got a driver. He'll be there tomorrow at 2 p.m. to grab the car. All right, sounds good. I gotta bring the car down from the farm down to the street, make it easier for everybody. Yada yada. Cool, awesome. We'll be there. Next day, midday. Oh, the driver said he can't make it. Dude, the car's already moved down from the farm down to the road, and it's already standing there. And now what?
I don't get all these car haulers. I hear all these stories.
There's
all the
a lot
time.
of stories about car haulers because there's been a lot of theft for cars
Oh, yeah.
recently. Right? There's a lot, and that's why it's hard to find
There's
good drivers.
the amount of fraud and theft, even in trucking itself, is ridiculous.
I was
loads of stolen all the time.
I was gonna say maybe they just don't trust the location of where they're picking
It's
up
not
from.
the location that's the problem. It's usually the dispatchers being greedy is what it usually is.
Yeah, maybe.
Mhm. If you actually were to ask the driver that shows up,
I am gonna ask
would
him.
you get paid for this?
I'm gonna ask him for
you
sure when
find
he
out
shows
how
up.
much it take.
Because now I finally got a guy who I was talking to one dispatcher who's actually getting back to me with multiple times, like, hey, I'm working on it. I'm trying to see if I can find your driver. And he actually did. So he found me a driver for the car, and they supposedly they picked it up today. I don't know if they did or not. I hope they did. Last time I talked to the towing yard where the car's at, because then the car got taken from where it was at to a tow yard because the guy brought the customer who I bought it from, brought the car down, and he's like, what the hell are we doing now then? And I'm like, dude, honestly, I don't know. Like, leave it there, I guess. Or he's like the guy who tows for me, who brought it down, is a friend of mine. He'll just take it to his tow yard, and he'll leave it there for a day or two. All right, cool. Dude, someone's supposed to pick it up tomorrow. Previous guy.
Mm-hmm.
Texted me at 6 a.m. Driver can't make it. I'm like, dude, I swear to God, bro. And then that one guy that was getting back to me back and forth, he called me a couple times, and he's like,
Central Dispatch, right? Yeah.
and then finally a guy got back to me, the one guy that was going back and forth with me, and he's like, I can get you a driver, and he'll pick it up for a little bit less of the money than what you have posted for, like $100 less or whatever, but he'll definitely grab it. Cool. Dispatched, sent, awesome. He'll be there 2 p.m.
Wait, why did the broker say you do it for less?
Maybe he's an honest guy.
Maybe he's an honest guy. I'd rather do some business with somebody who's more. The honest guy is one thing, but actually sticking to your word is another, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you being a broker doesn't mean you're a driver.
Well,
Right.
well, here's the thing. Like when I find loads that are paying really well, there's sometimes I don't even bother negotiating because I'm like, okay,
Of course not.
it's really close to where I'm at. I worked with you before. I'm like, I'll take it. Like
I had guys call me who were like, do $2,700 and I'll take it. I'm like, no, dude.
yeah. Well, everyone's
The
like,
hell?
is gonna try. There's a lot of times where I call, they're like, no, I can't. And let's have a conversation. I'm like, hey, man, it doesn't hurt to try, right? He's like, no,
Yeah,
I guess
well,
it
yeah, I
doesn't.
agree. I mean, I talk to these
true.
people all the time, right?
Yeah.
Give me $300 instead of $250. How about we meet at $275 and just call it a day? All right, cool deal.
Yeah.
You happy? I'm happy. We're
Like
good.
for us in trucking, for the low board we go with, like you have to negotiate more. Like the titanium load, did it for $1,500. It was 40,000 pounds of titanium on big steel plates. Going to, it was like 600-mile run. I'm like, I hate doing these long runs. I haven't done them, but it's out of St. Louis. I couldn't get out of there for some reason. It was dead yesterday. So I grabbed it, but I hit her up. I'm like, that's 2,000 because I've been running almost $5 a mile the last 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm not going to do 250. So I'm like, here, I just need $2,000. Just cover it. So she emails me back 1,850. I call her and talk to her and blocked it in 1,900. I'm like, I got 400 more.
Yeah, exactly. I
Then it was
mean,
posted.
I understand it.
But
Start
when
of
I
the deal,
realized,
right?
but I then realized she was in a rush. She needed that thing there before 9
so you could have got
a.m.
more.
I'm like, well, I'm right there. You kind of take advantage of that. It's like,
That's the thing. That depends on your character.
You could push it.
yeah.
You could push it, but there's a
But
limit.
she worked with you because she gave
Yeah,
you $400
well, we
more.
already worked before. So they have records, okay, these guys, we ran before, there was no issues, got their great communication during the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we do, like, sometimes we have tracking apps. We have multiple
Yeah.
tracking apps on our phones. They're always tracking. Sometimes it's nonstop calling. Some of these brokers, they call you every 3 hours. Hey, just check your app. I'm like, don't you have tracking on? Yeah. Then why are you asking? Like, you know exactly where I'm at. I told you I'm going to be there at this and this time. It's a 5-hour run. I told you when I left, because I checked pick up load complete. So you know exactly when I left. I told you it's 5 hours. And then when you called me the first time, I told you about that time.
Yeah.
And you're watching me drive.
I mean,
like-
I understand. Like I said, I
It gets
understand.
annoying,
Like
especially when they call you 2 in the morning.
Like when you mentioned that that you could have that you need to move ASAP, you could have probably asked for more. But at the same time, it just depends on the kind of person you are. But she worked with you. She gave you a little bit extra. You didn't have to be
everybody's
like,
happy.
give me $2,500 or else.
I just
no one's
hit,
gonna
I
move it.
hit 2,000 because I'm like, that's the market rate right now going on the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, here's 2,000, and she came back 1,850, and she needs to move. I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna keep emailing back. I was gonna call you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she was kind of shocked. I'm like, I just prefer talking to people.
Oh, 100%.
I hate going back and forth email because it gets lost in translation. And it's
Email or text sometimes, dude.
So-
a conversation takes an hour compared to a phone call, which
Correct.
takes 5 minutes.
So we'll
Yeah.
talk. And give me the details. I'm like, well, give me all your details that you need. Like, I need to know beforehand. She's like, can you be there this time? I'm like, I'll do the math real quick in my head. I'm like, yeah, I can make it.
Yeah.
I'm like, can you give me 19? She's like, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So you negotiated a good deal.
And then
It
I
works
find
for
out it's
everybody.
aerospace titanium. I'm like, you got more money in this thing.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
No one's gonna give you all the
Hindsight's
information.
2020, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, you worked with them again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The situation comes up again, and they
But
need
it's one of
another
those
person.
places that because
She has your phone number
I saw
now,
on the
so-
notes you have to be a citizen. I'm like, what is it? Like, is it military load? What is it? It's like, oh, like, do you have your passport on you? I'm like, I actually do because I got to do a wire transfer later in this week. So I have a passport because in my bank my name is Tomasz in Polish, but my ID says Thomas, and so it's always a damn problem. So I'm like, I was taking my passport with me. Lucky I had it with me this week because I'm like, yeah, where you deliver to, like, they take your phone. They cover up the cameras with some tape, special tape on the front and back. You can't take any photographs where you're at, which I don't know why. Outside, there's nothing even to photograph, but
Bro, your phone's always on.
yeah.
Just
So
FYI.
they cover everything up, and when you go in there, they scan your ID, check everything, you show them passport, you're U.S. citizen, and then you're able to go inside. Otherwise, you can't come in.
Otherwise, you can't come in.
I don't know what they're doing, but they have a lot of
They're
titanium
making-
there.
Listen, they're making airplane parts,
Yeah.
No, the place I picked up was airplane part. This place is something else.
missiles.
Because submarines. I've seen a guy in Michigan pulled up in there. Same thing. He walks in, starts talking to you. I had no idea he was the owner, and he's like, "Yeah, pull around." He's like, I'm like, "What's the last secret?" Oh, is I built submarines here, so for the army, for the military, for the navy. I'm like, okay, sure. So I pull around. I'm pulling in. All of a sudden, I'm looking at this damn CNC machine's like 3 stories tall. I'm like, the hell is that? He's like, and this looks like a submarine part. And I'm like, oh, he's like, yeah, it's for submarine. I'm like, I thought you were fucking with me. He's like, no, I'm serious. He's
you'll
got
see
all the
some-
mills. He's making blocks for Caterpillar over here, and over here he's making submarines.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like one of my.
Middle of Michigan, in the middle of farms.
That's like
But
my.
these shops are everywhere.
I have a client. They do industrial maintenance or industrial welding, And I walked in, and I'm not joking. I walked into their shop one time, and they had the front of a ship.
Not
And-
shocking.
In the shop, and this is on like 47th and Pershing, right?
Hold on.
Just front of a giant.
What you got?
My brother's saying, "Call me."
We'll finish up here shortly anyway. Give it a few minutes. We're going to be done.
But yeah, they had a giant thing, and he's like, yeah, we weld on like the front part of the like the radar part.
Yeah.
He's like, we weld that on. To
Oh, the
rest,
sonar.
to the rest of the ship, or to the
Interesting.
front of the ship.
Some of the stuff you see when places go, like watching actual steel, like you go to U.S. Steel or somewhere, and the big, I don't know, you call them kettle or pots, whatever,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
molten
yeah.
steel. So when you pick up coils, you don't get to see those because those get put on the railroad tracks and they get moved over because those places they're massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy how big it is. You feel like you're in outer space and Mars because
Talk about a
some of the
steel mills?
vehicles, like some of the the vehicles drive around there, like you're like, what the hell is that thing? It's these crazy. It's really trash. The U.S. Steel needs to get a huge overhaul. It's a mess over there. But it's like you sometimes when you deliver to them, you pull up to the actual buildings where everything's getting dumped. Like you kind of get when the doors open, you get to see
The
inside.
heat, and then the heat for sure.
You feel
too.
it. You see the guys, with the full gear
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
You see it tipping over, pouring out the molten steel and everything. So it's kind of cool watching it.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
you see some interesting stuff.
I'm sure
from
you
time
do.
to
I'm
time.
sure you see, especially when you got to drop off stuff like this. I mean, this is for industrial uses. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not
Military
only-
loads.
Not
or-
only for consumer use, but also for government use. So
Yeah.
you can see all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I mean, based off of what you're saying, if you put the effort in, you can make the money, right?
Yeah,
So-
I mean, I was gonna say. Well, I was gonna comment on your dispatcher thing. Not
Yeah, I don't
liking
want-
this. I was like, I have friends that are dispatchers, and I'm like, but they're all doing pretty well, and I'm like, well, they must be doing a good job,
That's the
right?
thing,
Like
yeah.
they're probably like
And here's the other thing. Let me tell you about dispatchers real quick. Is a lot of dispatchers that are actually based in the U.S. usually take care of you. When they're based out of the U.S., they don't.
yeah.
Not all of them. My last
Not
company.
yeah, you're right.
The,
Not all of
the
them.
dispatcher lives in Poland, but he works for Gus.
Not all of
He does
them.
a good job.
But there's a certain part of Europe.
But it's
I'm not gonna
also-
say where. That those dispatchers are a bunch of dumbasses.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's also hard. Like people think it's easy. You go, I go low bar, pull load. It ain't. Like me and my brother, when we first started, we made it prerogative to we have to figure out this on our own. So it took us 9 months to get it figured out because you have to be in sync with your clock, your yearly clock, where you're going, where's a good spot, bad spot. You got to know where there's late shippers, receivers. So we do like the little technique we do. I do a shorty and long run because sometimes I got to know I got to work straight through it. So it's just methods of by what time. I've passed up good loads because look at my clock. Well, I'm not gonna make it. I'll make today. Yeah, today I make $1,500, but tomorrow I'm gonna get burned.
Yeah.
So I'll not do it. So it's
It's a lot of planning.
it does. You have to know your clock. Like we have a buddy that runs the dispatcher helps him, and he's always complaining like, "Hey, how come the Cios brother are doing so well? I'm not." It's like he can only do so well, but he's also got 10 other drivers to take care of. You can't just sit there, refresh, and catch that load.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
and he doesn't know your clock. He doesn't know where you're going. He knows the spots, everything, but it's also hard to make contacts when you got 10 drivers kind of running all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, running a business, man, is hard, dude. I mean, you run your own now business. I run my own business, dude. Being a business owner is not easy. Everybody thinks that if you're a business owner, you're rich and you do this and this. Bro, I'm not in a fucking good spot right now. Currently.
How many hours a day do you work?
A lot.
Exactly.
A lot.
I run
my employee gives me shit that I show up late sometimes, but dude, I might show up late. Well, that's because I'm working at night.
Dude, I have a 14-hour daily clock. I run that clock out. There's sometimes where I throw it in there because they're taking forever to load. I'll do a 2-hour sleeper during that. I have a 16-hour day. Sometimes I've had 17, 18-hour days.
Yeah.
And it's just day after day. It's literally drive. You stop for the 8 to 10 hours you got to do. Sometimes you do a split, so you use the 2 hours as a sleeper, but you're doing something. So now you have 8 hours to stop, eat, sleep, get up, and go again.
Yep.
And it's just nonstop. But it's like for me, it's like I'm away from home for a couple of days, so I try to be home every day. But something like this week didn't work out. This week the money was too good, so I pretty much told the wife I'm not coming home. I'm like I'm just gonna go make money. So
Yeah, I mean,
sorry.
sometimes, listen, if it's there, sometimes you gotta. Sometimes, listen, if it's there and it's available and you can make it, and it's a big boost for you,
Yeah, we'll give you an example. In 2 days, I was up almost $5,000.
then sometimes you have to. It's hard to say no to your family and stuff like that. Not that you're not saying no, but you got to go make the money too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To support your family, you got to go do it. And sometimes it comes with situations like this where you just you have to
Well,
one thing over the other. Prioritize.
Priorities are one thing, but you have to also like being able to feed your family is a priority.
100%.
Right? So,
yeah.
But you also have your benefits. Like for me, as a work myself, like I actually added up all the time. Like last year, I took 10 weeks off.
Yeah, I mean, 100%.
I'm like, I didn't even like think about it. I'm like, everyone's like, it's so
You're
nice.
always on a
You being your own
road.
boss.
yeah.
No one tells you to go. I could go home whenever I want. Sometimes I stay out because I have a certain quota in my mind I have to hit. And I just keep pushing. So the wife's like, even if you hit it, you're still gonna keep going no matter what. I'm like, kind of. I'm always better. Like I want to do this. I want to do this to the house. I want to finish the garage. I got to insulate it still.
Yeah.
I want to get you a nicer SUV. I want to get a newer truck. Well,
Yeah.
Got to pay for
100%.
a
money.
gypsy trailer to come out to a party.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, that's just the way it is, man. That's the way it's played out, and that's the way you got to know. You got to find that balance. That balance is hard to figure out sometimes, and like I said, even if you're a business owner, being a business owner is not easy.
No.
It really is stressful a lot of times.
You need to have a very understanding wife.
100%. I agree with that very much. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do to make sure that you can provide and makes everybody secure and safe and everything else like that. But it's not easy starting a business and then learning everything on it. I mean, it took me forever to figure out the business, and I've made money, I've lost money, I've made good decisions, I've made terrible decisions, but it's all part of the game at the end of the day. I mean, and that's still, and sometimes, and second thing is, sometimes it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
No.
Sometimes you fail. Like you definitely can fail. You starting your own business or running a business and something just doesn't work out, and you can fail, but that cannot persuade you from doing it again and trying something different, trying a different way, making a different attempt at it. Failure is not really an option. Failure is basically a lesson.
There's also times where you can't afford to fail. Like if I was, my wife stay-at-home mom. She takes care of our 3 boys.
Same here.
If I fail, we're screwed.
Yeah.
There's no
exactly.
contingency plan. There's no plan B. It's whatever I'm doing, it has to work.
You're all in.
It's like when I started, it was Monday through Saturday. I didn't even come home. Like I came home Saturday because it was
You needed to work
hard.
to make that money to cover everything.
And it was rough with the wife at home at first.
I'm sure.
I'm not home.
It takes a toll on your family, and
when things go on, it gets a little easier. You keep progressing over a while, and you're able to get home more, and it gets better. And I keep telling her it's gonna get better. And she's like, when? I'm like, I'm trying, and it's starting to see some results.
Yeah,
it's starting to play. It's like I got about a year's left on the truck payment, so that chops off $550 a week. So that's another $2,000 in your pocket every month. So now I could tone it down a little bit, or I could put more money towards something.
It takes time.
You gotta keep rolling with it.
Exactly. All right. Well, let's finish this up. It was a good conversation. And hope you keep progressing in your business. Hopefully everybody keeps doing what they're doing and just don't give up.
Turns around on you tomorrow.
That is what it is. I mean, listen.
It's not what you say an hour ago.
What am I gonna do?
You gotta say shout out.
Exactly.
You gotta say shout out to all the truck drivers.
Shout out to all the truck drivers
There's
out
some
there.
that listen to us.
There's some that listen to us. Shout out to all the crypto investors who are getting their asses kicked.
I heard your shout out. Like, was it last week?
Which one?
What was I watching? The priest one. No,
Oh,
you guys shout out to truck drivers listening to the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I said that.
Hey.
I said that in Polish.
Yeah. So, good luck to you on your endeavor, and then good luck to me.
Good luck
Hopefully.
to everybody.
Well, maybe you'll join me when you're transporting.
Yeah, 100%. So we will talk about that actually. I've
Paul's
been.
Paul's like,
Another business.
Do you do bring your own truck?
It's not hard to add them
No,
to DOT numbers on them.
That's the plan. That I know a lot of people that need to move a lot of stuff and they like to move a lot of expensive stuff. So I just need to have those numbers for certain shipments that I would want to do when that time comes, right? So I'm kind of opening the doors to it. I want to turn my current business into a business that can do multiple things. It's going to be hard to build an empire, but
I mean, for everything aside, like all the paperwork is not a big problem. I think we just got to talk to our buddy at the insurance to see what difference.
Our buddy that was on this podcast before.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I got to talk to him. What do we got to include for that to be included?
Yeah.
And then I think maybe just check a box off, because when you do fill everything out, you kind of check off what you haul. And it's literally just on the MCS 150 form. Just check autos. And then when you go to insurance sees that you also haul autos, and basically they update I believe that's how that works, the insurance policy to that.
100%.
But everything goes off the MCS
cargo
150.
coverage. Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe if you haven't already. And
thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Leave a comment. If you want to come on, reach out. You know, you never
Why
know.
not? We'll talk to anybody.
We'll talk to anybody.
Peace out. Have a good night.